الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما Sheikh Muhammad Aman Al-Jami on the two faces of secularism. Sheikh Muhammad Aman Al-Jami rahimahullah will explain that it is not allowed to refer to a Muslim as a secularist on account of an error he fell into, as this entails takfir and is a great mistake. Remarked: العلمانية لها وجهان. الديمقراطية هي وجه السياسي للعلمانية، افهموا هذا جدا. والاشتراكية لوجه الاقتصادي للعلمانية، فهي الخبائث. العلمانية الخبائث، فهي كفر الخبائث. Secularism has two faces. Democracy is the political face of secularism, understand well, and socialism is the economic face of secularism. It is the mother of all evils. Secularism is the mother of all evils. It is disbelief and the mother of all evils. Notes: 1. The modern notion of democracy, present as rule by the people for the people, is a distortion of the original democracy, in which an element by jury was the key element. This meant that the people themselves had the right to annul any laws that were unfair and unjust, that there was true power in their hands, and it really was ruled by the people for the people. This element has been removed, and people have been misled to believe that voting in elections for what are largely egotistical and easily corruptible seekers of power is what constitutes democracy. In reality, it is an illusion. It is not democracy in its original, authentic form. Either way, both these types of democracy, the original and the modern day episode democracy, constitute disbelief because they grant the right to make and abrogate or annul laws, to make unlawful and unlawful to other than Allah. 2. Socialism is an ideology invented by the rich and powerful as a means of protecting their domination and authority. It ensures that no one is able to accumulate sufficient wealth and power to threaten their monopoly, that they take from the middle class to give to the poor classes, while they use various schemes to protect their own wealth. Socialism impoverishes societies by rewarding the lazy and idle with the wealth of the productive of society. Socialism is one small group of people profiting greatly by playing an administrative role in taking the wealth of the productive and giving it to the unproductive through taxation. As a result, the rich get richer and everybody else gets progressively poorer, until they are impoverished and deprived of property. Owning property is the greatest crime, and thus confiscation of private property is the ultimate goal of all socialist communist system. You will own nothing and you will be happy. The end result, the outcome of the Western social democracy, or secularism for short, is enslavement and tyranny through ideologies such as communism and fascism, which are the inevitable outcome. The populations of Western social democracies are now witnessing firsthand the reality of the democracy and they used to boast about. 5. The social democracies are open to the infiltration and penetration by private and or corporate interests, with the risk of government becoming tools and vehicles for depriving and harming populations rather than serving them. 5. The rich and the elite, in reality parasites and leeches, having turned arrogant with the accumulation of money and power, are the greatest of enemies to the message of the prophets and messengers, who call to liberation from servitude to men through servitude to Allah alone. Secularism, social democracy, leads to enslavement and subjugation to man. The proof is in the padding for status. Dip your spoon into the Canadian and Australian padding, they dip it in France to get a taste of that liberty, fraternity, equality. 6. There are many non-Muslim Westerners who are preferring life in Muslim countries like Morocco or the Gulf countries because they have seen through the illusion of democracy and socialism. After having tested it for decades, they find themselves experiencing greater wealth, freedom, safety, and security in Muslim nations.